All right. So if you are still doing the victory breath, thank you so much for doing that during this time. As I close out here today, I want to take you all through a deep breathing practice that I actually have been increasing on for some time. And I want to share with you all something that shocked me. I'm a pretty deep breather. It's part of my practice. I'm breathing all the time. My son tells me all the time, Mommy, you're breathing all the time. It's like he can hear it because I'm constantly using the breath to move through, not just to push through, not to just punch my way through, but to gracefully move through challenges, right? So this particular breathing practice, yesterday, actually, I was in my meditation, and I recommend this. We're not gonna have time to do all of this on this session, but I recommend this. If you are a meditator, or if you are not, and you start meditating, use breathing at the end of your meditation practice and see how different your breathing might be. This is one of those keys that I implore you all to explore. When you are in meditative state, the idea is that you're already relaxed. You're already relaxing your mind. You're already relaxing your body. You're not using any effort, any muscles. You're just relaxing. But this is a great time to see if you're also able to deep breathe. Because if you are relaxing and you're not able to deep breathe, it could be that you're not relaxing. You're kind of checking out, right? So you want to make sure that you are starting to check in and see if you can deep breathe while you're in meditative state. If the mind is still, then you have more access to control what it is that you're thinking about and what you send energy to. So the meditation is going to take care of that mind and get it more still. And then I want you to jump in and voluntarily take care of that breathing and get it deeper. Yesterday, I did a 1 minute, 1 second breath. 1 minute breath. I've never timed myself breathing before in that way. And both my inhale and exhale were both 30 seconds, or one of them was more. But I know I looked down at the timer when I was changing over from that inhale to exhale, and I was surprised that it was running up on 30 seconds right there. So my exhale was a bit longer. But I want you all to know that that's possible for you as well. And if someone says, why would I want to breathe for that long? Why would I want to take a 1 minute breath? Isn't that, challenging? My answer would be, yeah, if you try and do it all today, absolutely. But if you are if you're in a stressful job and you don't want to leave it, if you're in a stressful relationship and you don't want to leave it, if you are in a stressful environment and you cannot leave it, use your breath. That's your tool. It may not be meditation for everybody, but if you can combine them, this is great. So the breathing technique is simply the same thing that we just did for the victory breath, but it's slowly working up so that you start to work in increments. So I might say in the beginning, okay, take a 4-second inhale and a 4-second exhale. So anybody can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Now 4 seconds. The trick is to stop that exhale at 4 seconds, which means you have to have more exertion on the exhale because you're trying to exhale in 4 seconds. And for most of us, our exhale is far longer than our inhale. We know how to maybe let go easier than we know how to take in. So for some of you, that will be a challenge. Just that 4-second thing will be a challenge because you have to press. You have to use that ocean technique to press that exhale out. Then maybe at a certain time, you move to 6 seconds. Maybe you do a few rounds of this in the morning or before you go to sleep or after meditation. You move to 6 seconds. And you're not really turning on a timer for this. You're kind of guesstimating, okay, can I do 6 seconds of breathing here? Inhale for 6. Again, you have to push that exhale on the 6 because a lot of times your exhale is longer than you understand. So the way that I would start this is breathe normally and see what your breathing pattern already is. If your inhale is quicker, if it's like, and your exhale is shorter, that's like hyperventilating. So that means you're anxious and maybe a little upset and maybe a little wound up. So if your inhales are, you're taking more air and the inhales and exhales are very short, that's hyperventilating. If you are taking longer exhales, you can get more into relaxing breath. So that's the first key, is to get out of that anxious state and taking those longer exhales. And just paying attention if your breath is naturally doing that, which chances are it might be, right? But then now you want to start to say, okay, now that I know how long my regular inhale is and how long my regular exhale is, let me break this into parts and really just focus on getting 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. And then after I do that a few rounds, I feel comfortable with it. I feel like I've gotten the 4 seconds out. Let me move up to 6, and then slowly move up to 8. And then at some point, maybe 10 or 12. But it doesn't all have to happen today or even this week, guys. Take your time with the technique and give yourself space to breathe. Give yourself space to feel, where does the breath get stuck or stopped? If you're taking in a long inhale, does it register here? Does it like, you can't get past this point? Is it here in the chest? Is it up here? Does it happen? Does it get up to your clavicle or your throat and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't take any more air in? Pay attention to that as well. These are things that you will find benefit from doing that is better than any prescription that people might give you when it comes to, go take a walk or go meditate. I'm saying this is a prescription for yourself. This is a prescription you can access. This is something that's important to your life. And if you're doing exercises that allow you or ask you or demand that you breathe at all times, those are great things to do during these times as well. So whether that is dancing or walking, or, whether you do Qigong, Tai Chi, any exercise that emphasizes breath is really, really great. I will also say this. I know 420 is tomorrow. I'm going to say this because I'm me, right? I want you all to notice, to my smokers out there, I want you to notice what is happening with your breathing when you smoke. I just want you to notice. I didn't say take any action. I just want you to notice what happens to your breathing when you smoke. And the reason I'm saying this is because we are dealing in the environment with a respiratory compromising virus. If you've ever thought maybe I should take a break or do less, this might be a time to implement it. And if you've ever thought, I love what I'm doing, I don't care, just pay attention to whether your breathing is changed or compromised. And you do the inventory on that. That's not for me to say. I just want to give you back to yourself in a really loving way and say, whatever practices you do, we are all dealing with something. Whatever it is that you do to make yourself feel great. But do pay attention to your breathing, because you want to know if that is your breath. And maybe if you're a smoker, add these breathing practices with the smoking practices. And some of you might discover that one kind of tends to take over or one tends to inform the other. Okay, so I would say this is the homework for the week. Until we meet again next Sunday here for Soul Healing Satsang, I want to hear from you all. I want to know how these breathing techniques went for you. I want to know if you found yourself breathing throughout the week. I want to know if just from today's practice, if you had some discoveries or some revelations that you'd like to share. I think this is uber important for everyone, as I've stressed so much during this call. I want to encourage you to keep going. Keep going. Share this with loved ones. Give yourself an opportunity to have your own breathing space, period. It has nothing, before you share with anybody, get it for yourself. Take the time, because having that space in your life, opening up that breathing space in your life can be very, very, very vital in how you take it in. And then remember to practice it as you go along, right? Like don't sit here and breathe with me and just be like, that was great on Sunday for that moment in time, and don't take it into your week, or don't notice and become aware right away when something is challenging you to take a breath. And just that one breath that you take, or maybe that couple of breaths that you take, can give you a clearer answer than responding right away or reacting to something. Take some breaths. It's yours. Take some breaths and improve your health in the process. Improve your blood pressure, improve the quality of air that you take in. Do these things to support yourself, y'all. And I'm gonna say this on a closing note. It doesn't matter what your history is or your past is. As I said to you, There are millions of breathing practices, I think. This is just a couple that I've shared here on this live. And I'm doing this because I really want my people to be okay. I really want us to be okay. I really want how we move through the world to be as graceful and regal and honorable as possible. And I really want to make sure that we're not somehow separated from the information that can save our lives and improve our health. And this is why I'm doing this. I already have a breathing practice. I wish to never hear again, I don't know how to breathe, or for someone to be shown how to breathe and not use it. You know, I want us to know that this is just as important for us to learn and to teach our babies during conflict and the different things that we go through in life. This is so important. It's as important as what food you put in your body and who you have in your space. It's your breath, you know, and it can, you know, charge you up or shut you down. So just keep that in mind as we're moving through the week. And if you really want to like incorporate this breathing practice with movement, I'll share this. One of the things I love to do is move the spine. They say a healthy spine takes all of the directions. The spine can forward fold. The spine can be upright. The spine can back bend. The spine can go lateral. This is my right. Lateral to the left. The spine can twist to the right and twist to the left. And the spine can also move in a circle, all right? So you want to take those directions, and every day, even if you don't practice yoga, even if you have no idea where to start a breathing practice, start with those movements. And as you do those, breathe with those. Take that inhale up, straight spine, exhale down. Wonderful. Inhale up, straight spine, exhale, lift the chest. Inhale up, straight spine, lateral. Inhale up, straight spine, lateral. Same thing. Inhale up, straight spine, twist. Inhale, straight spine, twist. And then when you come back to center your inhale, you're linking inhale and exhale, breathing through it like an ocean. Stir that energy up. This will get you going like no other. Stir that energy up, reverse it, take it the other way. Each time you're doing this practice, stir that energy up. Change the variations in the breathing, and then maybe meditate, and then maybe sit still and just run through these breathing practices. Start your day with that alternate nostril. Clear everything out so you can breathe free all day. End your day with that victory breathing in parts, or end your meditation with that. Place these practices on your calendar, on your timer, and get in there, y'all. We can do this. We can breathe freely and clearly and protect your nostrils and nasal passages with a mask if you leave the house, please, of some sort. Just protect your space. I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me today for the Soul Healing Satsang. Next Sunday, 1 p.m. Follow me at Soul Yogini SP. Stay connected at Rebuild-Foundation. I hope you are breathing. Feel free to send me a DM or a note, and I will see you soon. Big love. Peace.